Mr. Johnson, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yes, sir.
Pleasure. Welcome.
Pleasure to meet you. Well, hey, how's your family doing?
Doing fantastic.
Doing well.
Living the dream.
Awesome. Man, it's great to finally see your operation. I mean, I've been reading so much about it, and it's really cool to get to see it in person.
I appreciate that. I mean, I kind of think it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We do what we do, but
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
glad it looks good to you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, hey, I know our time's valuable today. I have prepared just a short document for you. If you don't mind, let me give you this.
Sure. Thank you so much.
And I got one myself. And this is just to give you a little overview of our company, our mission statement, value statement, and then on the back there, you'll just see some of the key risks and coverages that we've identified, some additional risks I'd like to ask you about, and then some of our value-added services.
Value added. It's funny. You actually have this right on the agenda. That's something, especially as I'm looking to potentially steer in a different direction with our insurance program in terms of provider. That's one of the most important things is what are the value addeds, because I recognize that the marketplace is finite. So it's really what's most important to me is relationship and value added.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, then, if you don't mind, I can jump right down to there and tell you about that, and then we can go backtrack if you like. Yeah.
Whatever works.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, the value-added services are certainly my biggest passion as far as working for All American. It's really what drove me to work with them. They go hand in hand with our mission statement. We want to empower and educate all of our employees, all of our customers with knowledge and policies that are going to equip them. We want to make sure that you've not only got the policy and the coverage that you need, but we want to make sure that you have the training and all the education that you need, because the last thing we want is a claim. Nobody wants a claim. And we found in this industry, particularly manufacturing, that just equipping our customers with training and policies and procedures, it can go a long way and really help to keep from claims. So that's definitely a value-added service that we have. The first thing that I'd love to do for y'all is a full policy audit or a claims audit. Just look at your past claims, see what's happened in the past. Look at your current policy. What are your coverages? What do you have? Maybe identify some gaps. Maybe see some areas that you're doing good. But really, just give you a full overhaul of this is what you've got. This is where you sit.
Do you not already have our current policy documents?
No, we don't.
On your way out after this meeting, I will make sure my admin, Dave Newell, right at the front desk out there, he will get you all those documents.
Okay, well, excellent. That solves that. Yes, sir. Yeah, so we'd love to get those documents, look at those, get you again a full policy audit. Some of the other services we offer are employee benefits. I don't know where y'all stand right now with life insurance, health insurance.
We've got a program. Always looking to hone it. Always looking to find some cost savings without sacrificing what we're able to do for the team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great. Well, we definitely, we're top of the line, and we'd love to look at that and see where maybe we can enhance it. That's awesome that y'all have that. We also do a full operational risk assessment. So we'll have a team of civil engineers come in here, look through everything, check out the machines, check out the procedures that y'all have in place, and just really give a full assessment of what y'all got going on. Yes, sir. We offer that. We do the big thing. We have a flat broker fee, so we want to get you locked in on a 3-year fixed premium rate.
Unique.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I don't make any extra money if your premiums go up, and we do that to just incentivize that. We're giving you the best deal regardless of.
Let me ask you a question. Because obviously, you're used to broker takes a commission. How does that fee stack up to what a customary commission would be?
How does it compare to what people if they're making a commission? It's competitive.
And is it a portion of the insurance premium, or I've got an insurance premium and now I've got a broker service invoice or something like that?
It's not. Yes, sir. That's a great question. It's a portion of the premium. Yes, sir. Yeah. So again, I'm going to go to market. That's my job, is to get that for you. Looking at your past claims and to really get you locked in on a 3-year fixed premium. I'd love to do that for you. We also want to.
Let me interrupt you one more time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That 3-year, does that mean that it would only renew every 3rd year, or
No,
we're still dealing with annual renewals?
Still annual renewals. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely want to.
So we'd still sit and look over everything and
Yes, sir.
deal with, changes in the business, changes in the operation, growth. I mean, we're probably going to put up some new buildings here on the Panama City campus, things like that in the next 3 to 5 years. So that's
Yes, sir.
stuff to be thinking about.
Yes, sir. Well, no, I'm glad you brought that up because obviously if y'all expand, I know you're looking to grow, and if we're talking about adding on additional policies, well, that would add additional premium if we're insuring an extra building, insuring more more services, more.
And how does that work into the fee?
So
if
that
we
would,
add a policy, is there then an additional fee, or this is the fee to work with you for 3 years?
So that if we add an additional policy, that's going to have a premium that again I would have. It's still going to be a fixed rate on that premium for myself. Yes, sir. Yeah, great questions. The one thing that we do want to look at for sure is a key person coverage. I know just from our discussions, like this is all really on your shoulders. This entire business, it's all relying on you. And we just want to make sure that, God forbid, if anything happened to you, that we've got you covered. So key person insurance is a big part of what we do, and we'd love to take a look at that for you. Also, we've got, again, our professional advisors. This is the thing, I'm great. I really pride myself in caring about my customers and going, trying my best to get y'all the best coverage and the best knowledge that you need. But you're getting a lot more than me with All American. We're getting our team of accountants, our team of bankers, attorneys. We do all kinds of stuff. We're a huge operation. And so we've got professional advisors. We've got a full claims advocate. So, if you're filing a claim, like you've got a person that's going to cover that just for you. And so,
awesome.
Yes, sir. Those are just a few of our value-added services. On top of that, I just want to ask, is there anything that's changed since the last time we talked? Is there anything specific that you want to make sure is covered before we get into the coverages we've identified?
Other than Florida State kicking the crap out of Florida in baseball.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, unfortunately, we can't guarantee that, but we can guarantee a host liquor insurance, which is one of the things that we actually had put here in our quote. I know y'all have that box, which is awesome. Anytime you want to invite me, you feel free to do that.
Let's make a deal.
Right. Yes.
Although you seem like you'd be a fun guy to have a beer or watch a game with.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, we want to make sure on top of that, I know y'all providing alcohol. A lot of people think that the stadium covers that. Like, say someone was to have too much to drink and they got hurt or something happened, that would be on the stadium. But if y'all are the ones that are actually providing the alcohol, that y'all are considered a distributor, and so we want to make sure that y'all are covered in an instance like that.
That's one place I do not want to tangle with Morgan & Morgan over. So
yes, absolutely. Yes, sir. On top of that, some of the additional risks, I know we're kind of working backwards, but that's all right. We've got equipment breakdown. I don't know if y'all currently have a policy in for that. I know y'all have a lot of equipment here.
We do. We've got a lot of specialized machinery. We've got the sheet metal shop. And,
yes, sir.
We make a pretty custom product, and even though a lot of the components come in fabricated and we're putting them together, there's still quite a bit. So that I need to know that if a piece of equipment goes down, if there's a power surge, if whatever might happen, that we can be back online ASAP.
Yes, sir. Well, I will say, we can't. We'll make sure that any revenues lost in that incident, that's going to be covered under that equipment insurance. So, again, if y'all have hopefully some policies, some contracts in place with whoever you got those machines from to get those up and running as quickly as possible. But bottom line, with the equipment breakdown, any of the revenue that's lost because of that, that's when it would kick in.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Cyber, I don't know if y'all, I know y'all are, manufacturing, a lot of blue collar guys working in here. I know y'all maybe have some personal information on computers, but even if not,
very little. But I mean, we do have a lot of schematics, and you hear about these ransom things,
right?
And that educate.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no. Well, so yeah, there's that. There's definitely that piece of it. Another thing that I had a close friend. He works with a manufacturing company, much like y'all's, and they use a third party for all of their framing when they build construction. And they send those invoices out. They email them. Well, they accidentally put a dot instead of a dash in the email.
I already
and
know where this is headed.
yeah, they wired that money to the wrong, fake account. Immediately got a response back like, confirmed, we got your invoice, and they thought it was all good. They lost $1.2 million on that deal. So, again, that's another instance where that's covered with cyber, things like that. We want to make sure, you're a big, I know y'all are relatively small, but you got a big operation going here, and you've got a lot of money passing through here, and so people are going to be looking, cyber criminals, and so we want to make sure y'all got some cyber coverage. The other key risk that we have on here, I mean, that's generally what's probably going to be in your current policy. Again, I'm glad you have these documents. I'd love to take a look at them.
Don't forget Dave.
Yes, sir. Dave, got you. I'll get those from him, but we want to make sure that you've certainly got all these coverages. You got supply chain, property, all that, crime in the marine. Is there any questions that you had about this document?
No, I mean, I think it's a pretty good high-level summary of where the conversation needs to go. I see workers' comp on here, especially since we're working backwards to front at this point, so that would be next on the list.
Yeah.
I know there's some opportunities. I think we've got whatever it's called, the claims history number or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 0.89, and I know some comp carriers, you can get a discount or you can get money back at the end of the year.
Okay.
What kind of programs do the companies that you'd be looking to place us with, what do they have along those lines?
That's a great question. I have to get back with you on work on that, to be honest.
Sure.
We work with a lot of different carriers, and is there anything particular you're looking for?
Money back.
Yeah, like any price point, or is there a certain?
Well, I mean, comp kind of is what it is, right?
Uh-huh.
Is my understanding, but again, I know because we've got a good claims or lack of claims,
Right.
that there's an opportunity to get some money back at the end of the year, and,
Yes, sir.
and then I know some comp programs that have like a rebate function or something.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're maximizing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's again to talk to our value-added services. We're going to do an annual look at your policy, even every year for stuff like that. Hey, turns out there's a carrier that offers a much better money back than what we currently have, and they're willing to. We can take a look at that on a yearly basis.
Fabulous.
Yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely. So, again, I know you mentioned workers' comp. Was there anything else on here that you had any particular questions about?
I mean, it's kind of the standard stuff: inventory, BI, and contingent BI.
Mm-hmm.
Question I've got, and this is all kind of stuff I'm used to seeing. I don't know that I quite understand it all
Yes, sir.
as much as someone like yourself would. But there's this situation that's played out a lot when we've had storms up here. We've been lucky here in our operation.
Mm-hmm.
But I know folks that they've been shut down for 2, 3, 4 weeks because they didn't have power, but nothing was messed up at their business.
Okay.
It'd be like a power pole went down like 2 miles away. Is that something that what you're proposing would contemplate? Like if we had no power for a month because some power lines,
down
a
the
mile or
road.
two away, were destroyed, do we have coverage for that?
Yes, sir. And because you're saying there's no sign of weather damage.
Right.
But
like
obviously,
here on site,
right.
thank goodness everything's fine, but we can't operate because we have no power because the power line is ripped to shreds.
Yes, sir.
2 miles down the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. Well, you would definitely be covered for that. We can, depending on what exactly went wrong, where was the power outage or whatnot, that could be under equipment breakdown, that could be covered under just general property, or I mean, gosh, that could even fall under business, just BI, business interruption. I mean, that's what you just described to me. So, yes, sir. I assure you that would be covered.
What about the supply chain stuff? Because obviously that's a huge concern present day, and we've got some real dependencies on some suppliers for fabricated components.
Right.
So, what have you got to offer by the way of that? Because I see it on here.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, we put it on there because I know we talked and I saw that y'all carry, multiple parts from the same supplier, and what that coverage is for is, say that supplier has a catastrophic event at their plant, and you can't get the parts that you need. It is going to kick in to cover any revenues lost by not having those parts available to you.
Awesome. What about procuring alternative equipment from another supplier? Is that something that
Uh-huh.
that would involve, or I'm just on my own to find another supplier?
Well, of course, it's going to be good for us to find that supplier for you as well, depending on how long. So we certainly aid you in finding that supplier.
Sure.
We work with other manufacturers, and yeah, I assure you, anything like in that realm that is, it's going to be good for me and you to find an additional supplier. You can count on us to step in and help with that search.
Appreciate it.
But let's say that search is going poorly. I just want you to be comforted that you're going to be covered for any of the revenues lost in an instance like that.
That's the first most important thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. I know you said you understood contingent BI. Kind of similar vein on the other end of that. I know y'all are using deliverers and third-party installers. We just want to make sure, say something goes wrong on that end. They can't make it, they can't install, or they can't deliver at a certain time, which is pushing back, a project. We want to make sure that that's covered as well. That's going to be in that contingent business interruption. Yes, sir. As far as next steps go, for me, get that paperwork from Dave. I can have a full overhaul written up. Look at y'all's current policies.
Tell me all the problems I don't know I have.
Right. Hey, we like to look at it more like, hey, tell you all that here are the areas you're doing great in, and here's what we want to keep doing, and then here's some areas that, let you just give you a full picture, and that's of course at no cost to you.
That's why you're here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, I get that put up. I can have that done within the week, and then if we could schedule another sit down, I'd love to really involve anybody, your father-in-law, your both in-laws, your wife, anybody who is involved in this decision, anybody you think might also just kind of add to this conversation. Love to sit down with them as well and maybe present that to them as well as you and
We
see.
can maybe do a walkthrough of the sheet metal shop and
Yes, sir.
some of the home property production facilities, but you're sitting with the pen.
Right.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we're good to go right here.
Hey, that'd be great. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, could I get you down for sometime next week, an additional meeting?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dave runs the master calendar.
Okay.
So he's your man to check out with.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we'll get something on the schedule in the coming days, and
Yes, sir.
let me take a look and see if I've got any room in the box for the next game.
Yeah,
I'll let you
absolutely.
know.
Yes, sir. I would love that. And I know I've given you one of these at our last meeting, but there's just another card just in case.
Thank you very
If
much.
any questions arise, anything comes up over the next week, just let me know.
Beautiful. We'll
Yes,
do.
sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Don't forget to see
You
you.
too. I will. Thank you.
So what I'm gonna do